Hi friends, thanks for stopping by AI Trading. Today we're going to talk about the Bitcoin price. I will show you my open trades, and we will also talk to you about the worst case scenario that could happen in the near future. So, here is the daily Bitcoin chart. At the bottom we have the MACD, and you can see that we have been in a flat for quite a long time, in a sort of sideways position, around 27500, 28500. And this has been going on since March 18th. At the beginning, the movements were not so volatile. Further they increased, you could see it. Yes, the highs increased. And after that, we had the opposite, a decrease. It is the same with the lower price limits. Yes, volatility was slightly increasing, and then it started to decrease again, and it created a pattern called diamond, which you all know, which I showed you before when it was formed. Here was the diamond formation, and then the price went down. I showed you the same diamond right here, especially if you switch to a smaller time frame. Now we have a similar situation. If you look at the indicator, you can see that at the formation of this pattern called diamond, we had the moving averages crossing, and after this crossing our IMEI-CD moved down, and consequently, the price went down as well. The same thing happened here. At the formation of this diamond, there was a crossover of moving averages. Again, everything went down, and consequently so did the price. We had it pretty deep. And look guys, what is happening now? Yeah, it's all very similar. Yes, diamond has formed, we had moving averages crossover too. And if you look at these events that we had a month and 2 months ago, it is likely that some kind of a correction is coming. I don't believe in that scenario. I believe that Bitcoin after these accumulations, even if it goes down a little bit, will turn around and go to renew its highs. But since we are looking at the worst case scenario, we need to keep that in mind as well. So watch this. Let's switch to the 2-day chart and show the bigger picture. Right here we have from the very top of the highs of $69,000, from the top until we hit the bottom, you can draw a very clear resistance line here that Bitcoin has pushed back from many times. Right here, with a big global correction like this, after this one right here, it was already using as a support line the next one right here, when Bitcoin went down not too long ago to the $19,500 area. That is, you can draw this resistance and support line and estimate, guys, that there is a probability that we will go to this support again from some nearest prices and then already push off and go somewhere higher. Again, I don't think we will go to the $15,000 level at this bottom where Bitcoin has been for us. But anything can happen in the world, and Bitcoin in general does not depend on our will and should not essentially just go up. Now let's switch to the weekly chart and connect the two moving averages. These are 50 and 200. And you can see, let me erase the resistance line that we had. Right here, the crossing of these two moving averages, that is, we had 50 crossed from top to bottom 200 on the weekly chart. This has never happened before. And this means this cross, this death cross, this is the first time we have had this happen to Bitcoin yet. But on various other financial instruments very often, yes, after this death cross here, the price has fallen even lower. If we look at how much we have fallen from the tops on a bearish cycle Bitcoin, we see that it was only 76-77%, and before that, we had Bitcoin falling in bear markets. Let's see how much in 18, 19 it was 84%, before that in 14, 15 it was also 84-85%. Instead, we're not going to take yes here, because the moves were very much torn. Yes, there were high squeezes. Well, let's give a benchmark. Even if you take it without the squeezes, that's a benchmark too. Well, 88%. That is, if we take something of an average before the decline, that is, as far as Bitcoin has fallen in past cycles, it's around 84-85%. Then we could go as far as the $10,000 area. I don't believe in that theory. I believe Bitcoin has turned around and will only go up, until some sort of global correction. But you cannot be 100% sure that the market can throw us different jokes on which we can lose money. Yes, and these moments should always be kept in mind. Now you will say, yes, before you said that everything will go up, that Bitcoin has turned around. Yes, now you're cowering at us with a bear market, a fall. Guys, fourth time I remind you that I am so-and-so, Bitcoin is going to go higher. That's why I've got another trade open in Bitcoin with 1/10 of a leverage. Right now, plus $2,000 it has yielded. If at some point the price of Bitcoin goes down, I will be closing that trade, plus $1,000. I won't wait until break even, much less wait for the price to go against me and look for a new re-entry point into the long.